चलो.
Okay, so crush syndrome, I'm going to explain first about the etiology and then the pathogenesis and then the two main components of crush syndrome, that is rhabdomyolysis and compartment syndrome. First, etiology, the basic risk, etiology is basically the risk factors and the causes. The risk factors and the causes will be earthquake and traumatic compression of the muscles. The traumatic compression of muscles due to extra pressure on your body, or when there is an earthquake, the building basically falls on the people and their muscles have been crushed because of the pressure, and this prolonging pressure will lead to some consequences in our body, that is called pathogenesis. First, we are gonna see the normal physiology of what goes on in our cells. In our normal cells, we have potassium and sodium pumps, and then we have calcium pumps and mitochondria, which gives ATP. And when the sodium goes out and the potassium comes in, there is calcium which is sent out. But in the pathophysiology, when there is long time of compression on the muscles, there is dysfunction of sodium potassium pump, and then because of the dysfunction there is no sodium going out and the potassium is influxed inside. But because of this, the sodium increases in the cell, and because the sodium increases, there is water that is going to follow in, and because of the water increasing in the cell, there is going to be swelling. Since we have swelling, there will be damage of our cell membrane, and also when this happens, the ATP decreases because of the dysfunction of the cell. And when this happens, this calcium also doesn't go outside. Because of the calcium not going outside, the calcium buildups in the cell. Because of the calcium building up in the cell, there are proteases which will go and attack the mitochondria, because of which there is more depletion of ATP here. And because this happens again and again for a longer period of time, since the pressure is more for a longer period of time on the muscles, the cells are finally gonna give up and go through apoptosis, necrosis, or lysis. Lysis is basically the breakdown of the cell. Since there is breakdown of cells, all the components of the cell will come out. So first component that will come out is gonna be myoglobin. Myoglobin is gonna build up and go and obstruct the urine, obstruct the tubular area of our kidney, and they are gonna cause acute kidney failure. And these potassium, calcium, and creatine kinase, lactic acid, all these things are also come out, and the creatine kinase is gonna eventually go and affect our heart. So, and then we will go to the rhabdomyolysis. Rhabdomyolysis can be broken down into three things. Rhabdo is known as skeletal or rod. Then myo is also known as muscle, as we all know. And lysis, like I said, lysis is the breakdown of something. So in our case, it is rupture. Rhabdomyolysis together is skeletal muscle rupture. So when skeletal muscle rupture is happening, this is the same mechanism that is going to take place, and this is what is going to happen when all the toxins are going to come out and get into the bloodstream. So when we see here, we are going to see an overview of the whole crush syndrome. When the muscle is having a longer period of pressure on it, the myoglobin and toxins go into the blood vessels, which will also cause acidosis. Serum potassium level will decrease since it is not going inside, and then there will be hyperkalemia because of potassium. And then since the blood vessels have too much of toxins, there will be vascular dysfunction, like you see here, and this vascular dysfunction will cause coagulation, vasoconstriction, and vasopermeability also will be there. And because the toxins are getting into the blood vessels and there is no fluid in our cells, there will be hypovolemic shock, and this hypovolemic shock will cause organ hypofusion, and the blood pressure will be down. Since the blood pressure will be down, the cardiac output also will be decreased, and cardiac output will be decreased, so thus there will be arrhythmia and this rhythm of the heart, and this will also cause cardiac arrest. There are few drugs that will be used for treating this, but if it is for longer period, there will be ischemia and reperfusion inflammation injury which will cause necrosis. So our muscles won't have the time to regain its, it will become a irreversible injury. Thank you.